So, hi guys, it's Siva. If you saw the video I uploaded on Friday or Saturday, you saw that I had a catastrophic failure of my video card. The video was very pretty though, and it was a very attractive failure, but unfortunately not something I wanted financially. So anyway, this is going to be the exciting story of my video card adventure today, which took up most of the day. Also, it's not exciting, it's actually very boring. So I was thinking, what if I tell the story with this puppet? He's a lot more charismatic than me, I think. I don't know about you. I like him better than me. So I was thinking, just testing the waters for future videos. What do you think of this guy? What if he tells the video? I'm not actually going to do that. My boss gave this to me. It's super fucking cute. So anyway, I ordered a new video card and I ordered it to pick up from their warehouse so I didn't have to wait on shipping. I drove all the way out there and I picked it up. And I brought it home, and it did not fit in my case. My old one was 10.3 inches with a little bit of wiggle room. This one was 10.8. I should have measured to be more precise. I couldn't see anything really to rearrange in my case to make it fit, so I contacted Newegg to see if I could do a refund. And unfortunately, I don't know if this is a new policy or not, Newegg will not do refunds on any hardware that has been opened unless it is defective. And even then, they will only exchange it for the exact same item. So basically, because the cellophane was off the box, even though I had never used it, never turned it on, hadn't even plugged it in, just looked at the dimensions, I could not get a refund. They would only exchange it for the same card. So, kind of fucked in that regard. So what's in the way is my hard drive bay in my case. And I don't want to get a new case. I'm going to tell you the fucking story about my case. Everybody gives me shit about my case, and maybe you will too, but I don't care. I'm going to tell you the story about my case. My case is 17 or 18 years old. Might even be older than that. It is a Leon Lee case. I don't know if you know anything about Leon Lee cases, but at the time I bought it, it had a lot of features that were very, very hard to find in cases. For example, it was aluminum. It had thumb screws, had removable motherboard tray, had removable bays. Everything was customizable. Back then, steel cases, no thumb screws. What the fuck are thumb screws? And you have to be a hardcore case modder if you want to do any other changes. So it was very unique at the time I bought it. It was also very expensive at the time I bought it. It was the most expensive of any of the components I put in the case during that build. So my compromise to myself to justify buying this case is that I promised myself that I would never buy another case unless I had to. I actually very much like the case, even though it's quite old now. I still really like it. It's not super attractive looking, but I like it a lot. So I don't want to buy a new case. Obviously, if the alternative is buying a second GPU that doesn't fit, or buying a new case, I would have bought a new case. But I was determined to make this work. So I took out the hard drive bay because it is removable. And SSDs are no problem. You can put those anywhere. Some people tape them to the side of the case. So I stuck them in the little bays where the floppy drive would go, which it has because people use floppy drives still then. But my hard drive was an issue. I still have a hard disk drive because, SSDs are very expensive at large sizes, and I wanted something to hold up my files and my program spillover. I tried putting it in the optical bays, but it's too small, lots of wiggle room. So what I did is, I don't know if you've heard of this, Instamorph plastic. It's little moldable pellets. I'll show you. I'm sure you've seen this. They're little plastic pellets. You put them in hot water and they get malleable, and you can mold them or you can carve them. And I made myself a fucking hard drive mount out of this shit and slid it into the optical bay. So then I plug everything back in, and I go to boot up the computer and it will not boot up. No bootable drive. So unplug everything, move it back out, check, make sure the SATA cables are plugged into the hard drive. They are. It looks like they're plugged in correctly. I didn't unplug anything, and they're all seated good. So okay, fine. So I move it back in. Maybe it was just loose. Maybe I plugged it in tighter and I didn't notice it. Go to boot it up again, no bootable drive. So I go into the BIOS, and the BIOS does not recognize the hard drive. And I'm going through all the backup devices. I have two SSDs, I have a hard disk drive, and I have an external backup. And actually the correct SSD, the bootable one, is the very bottom of the list, and it's so low on the list that I have to raise it in priority in the hard drive settings before it will even become an option to pick to boot from. So I fixed that. It wasn't a big deal. It was just fucking bizarre that my BIOS would change itself like that without... I didn't fuck with anything except the GPU. Anyway, so I got it, booted up, uninstalled the old drivers, installed the new ones. Everything seems to be working. I'm making a celebratory video, even though it's mostly a rant because I'm angry and tired and frustrated. And full of burps, apparently. So yeah, it's working now, and I'm making this video to show you that it's working. So, yay! And also to show you my sweet-ass dinosaur puppet. He is really cute. Come on, man. That's fucking adorable. Well, while I have you here, my boss slash friend, also gave me this. Actually, he's my boss's boss. I know he'll prefer I clarify that. Anyway, my computer works now. Huzzah! I'm gonna go play some games now. Thank you for watching.